Okay. Hi, Ashley. Hi, Mike. Thanks for sitting down with me. First, I'm going to start off by asking you, I'll let whichever one wants to answer this question, how did you guys meet?
Well, in high school, but we weren't dating in high school.
Okay. And, well, when you guys first met each other, what was your impressions of one another?
Um,
Well, we were drunk, and we were at a graduation party, and you can talk.
so it wasn't really too much of a
It
first
wasn't
impression.
really an impression until after
Yeah,
that.
until after.
I remember that, actually. Okay. And, when you guys, at that graduation party, what would you say what you liked about each other the most? So it's a quality that you drew you to one another.
You can take this one.
I don't know. Just afterwards, she was cool. I guess it was cute. And it was nice. It was kept talking to me, and that was it.
I sat on his lap, and he liked me.
Okay. And after you guys started a relationship, can you recall your first argument in the beginning of your relationship?
It was Memorial Day weekend.
Was it?
When did I cry? Oh no, it was right.
Wasn't more than because that would have been a year after.
Can you recall a argument that stands out in your head and how you resolved
One of the first
it?
arguments we had, I don't remember what it was about, but I remember we were in my backyard, and I was crying, and he was probably being mean, and you contemplated saying, well, we can either get over this or we can break up, and we got over it.
We don't know why.
But we don't remember why. It must have been something stupid. All of our arguments are stupid.
Okay, so since you guys met in high school and you obviously weren't dating then, can you give me what the transition was like from friends to relationship? Or when you guys were hooking up and then it formed into a relationship?
I mean, we weren't really friends. I mean, we were friendly. We were never friends.
Yeah.
Like, we just knew each other.
Yeah.
So it really didn't go that way. It kind of went like thinking about being in a relationship and then becoming friends after.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of like
Just go with the flow
non-important
type
You
thing.
go with the flow, and then I thought it was going to be over when you went to school, and then you didn't want it to be. So that was it.
Awesome, okay. And, obviously being away at school can be hard sometimes. How do you make that work?
Talk all the time, see each other a lot.
Yeah, talk every day. It was the first weekend that I was at school and he came to visit me, so that was nice. It showed me that he really cares. And I come home a lot, he comes to visit me a lot, so we definitely compromise about it.
And I work during the week anyway, so.
Mm-hmm. And, now that you've been in a serious relationship, what would be some tips you would give someone younger than you if they were to start a serious relationship? The first tip that pops into your head.
Take it easy. Just chill. Just hang out. Just don't make a big deal out of anything and relax. Trust each other, and that's it.
Trust each other.
This is session 2 of my oral history project with the couple Ashley and Mike. First, I'll be interviewing Mike for 45 minutes, and you'll see that I chose some moments I think really stood out in his interview. And also, obviously, one of the challenges in your relationship is that a lot of the time Ashley is away at school, and I know it's not that far, but I know obviously you work during the week. Would you say that sometimes that when you do see her during that time, that if you have a problem, you kind of sweep it under the rug because it's the only, you think to yourself, this is the only time I have with her, I don't want this problem to ruin that?
It's happened before, but not very often. But yeah, I've seen that before.
And obviously you guys have been dating for 3 years, and I'm sure as you know, after 3 years, you've seen in couples around us that they become distant, but from an outside point of view, I feel like your relationship is getting better with the years, which is great and uncommon. What do you feel as though you've learned over the past 3 years in your relationship?
Just gotta, like I said before, take it easy. Just let things happen. Don't sweat about it. Trust her, and that's really it. You know, just hang tight and see what happens.
Right. Don't overthink things.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, the following is session 3. It was my 45-minute interview with Ashley. And after looking over her answers to the Gottman 19-step questionnaire, I thought it was interesting in number 4 when it states, our sex life is fine or there are problems in this area. She checked off that being able to talk about our sexual problems is a problem, and she would not talk about this in the interview because she was nervous that her partner would hear her inside. But also she checked off that there are problems that the partner expresses love and admiration less frequently, and that they have fewer tender and passionate moments. But what I'm about to interview her in was the first component of the 19-step questionnaire about basically communication. Okay. After answering the Gottman 19 areas checklist for solvable problems, you, for the category that's under staying emotionally connected or becoming emotionally distant, you checked off that you are staying emotionally connected, and that's after how many years have you been dating?
3.
Okay, that's really good. So all of the following things, just simply talking to each other, staying emotionally in touch. Do you feel taken for granted? Don't feel my partner knows me very well. Partner is emotionally disengaged and spending time together. You found none of these are a problem. And I found it interesting that you didn't find anything as a problem, even though you are away at school for a majority of the year, and you do still find time together. So how would you say, if one of these things, here I'll give you the sheet if you want to refer back to your answers. If you were to look back at these answers, did you hesitate at any of these?
Well, just simply talking to each other is definitely not a problem. We talk all the time, even if it's not actual talking, we're texting, which is good. But we do talk on the phone. When I'm home, we hang out as much as we can. And do I feel my part? Staying emotionally in touch with each other, I feel like is something that we try to do, and it's easy because when we don't see each other, we miss each other, and we're able to emotionally express how we feel that, oh, I miss you so much, I miss you too, and then when we do see each other, it's even greater than couples that say would have gone 3 years seeing each other every day. I feel like we're stronger in that area, but also with talking to each other, because we've been together for so long, I've learned how to express myself extremely clearly now, and I'm able to get my feelings across, which to him is good because he might say that he does, but he doesn't express how he's feeling as clearly and thought out as I do. So I try to slow things down if we ever were in an argument, and he is able to reflect on what I say and then come back to me and express how he's feeling. So it's not like we're mature about how we handle things, I think, because we've been together for so long that we know each other as people.
Right.
And we know how to connect in such a way.
That's really good. Also, when you're away at school and you only see him on the weekends, do you sometimes feel like when he comes to visit you, if there is a problem, you sometimes maybe sweep it under the rug because you're like, I only have this time with him right now, I don't want to ruin it with an argument?
Yeah. Yes. But for the most part, it's not anything large, and if it's something small, I'll just sweep it under the rug. I'll mention it maybe during the week, because then he'll have time to reflect on it and get over it, or I'll have time to reflect on it and get over it, realize that we love each other, and then by next weekend we'll be fine. But if it's a big argument or something, and it does happen when we're together over the weekend, we realize in going forward that we don't want to spend our weekends like that and how it ruins time that we could have been spent together in other ways. So we really try hard to work on discussing if we have any issues, but for the most part we try to keep things light and friendly.
When you guys get into an argument, would you say majority of the time that you deal with it or right then and there, or you walk away with it and just, I guess, sleep on it?
He likes to sleep on it, or he likes to say what's on his mind, and then I will get mad, or vice versa, and then a few hours will go later of us, like, not talking, and then he'll be like, everything will be normal, but I don't like that. I like to do things head on and come up with a solution for them and not just, like, carry on with our lives. So even though he likes to address the issue right away, I like to, even if it takes a week, which sometimes it has, which we don't really fight often, but when it does, I like to come up with a solution for it. And even though I might not say it right away, I think about what I'm saying before I do actually say something. I think we both kind of have different ways of going about it, but now we know how to work with each other to finding a solution.
Right, you've grown as a couple.
Yeah.
And I think I've seen you guys have grown. Okay. Would you say that your relationship is healthy with Mike?
Excuse me. Yeah, I think that I definitely am in a healthy relationship, and I think that if I wasn't, I wouldn't be able to handle that, and I would not go forward in this relationship if it wasn't healthy, if there was not healthy aspects. And of course, couples go through moments where they're not getting along or where they don't fight, but we always try to talk about it so that it is healthy and functional. And now that we've been together for so long, I look at couples that are not in healthy relationships, and I just thank God every day that I am, and that I don't go through stuff like that. And I try to use my relationship to give advice to others that are not in situations like me. And honestly, I feel bad for people that aren't in healthy relationships, because I can't imagine what it would be like. I wouldn't put up with that. Like,
I know you've given me advice based on your relationship. I asked for relationship advice, and it's always very good.
Yeah, I wouldn't, because I like to see myself in the future. I'm not just, we've been together for so long, and I'm not just in this relationship just because I am. Like, I want there to be a future, so I would never prolong something unless I felt that there was a healthy relationship to look forward to and that I'm in now, and I'm happy every day of my life. So I think we're in a very healthy relationship.
I would agree.